Like, I really don't care. Like,
but that's what submission is. That's what submission is that you.
Down that I think everybody is at some point deserving to receive love and to be even into marriage if they do aspire for marriage.
I believe that society shapes how we view things and how we look at things in our life.
Make your own bed. That's basically what Kevin Samuels is saying. His delivery is what people kind of throws people off. But basically,
aggressive or like violent, like where I think toxic masculinity is
no offense to men, that they also get this idea that, you know, women are just going to take care of them and everything is going to be like easy.
A domestic violence shelter, and he brought her up to be, you know, a $25,000.
Hell yeah, you need to judge in dating. It is what it is. You know, you can't not judge people just because you feel bad about it. Like, you need to know.
As much as I love my daughter, there are some harsh realities and some things that her mother and I teach her in order to help her to understand. And
I'm sure everyone knows a woman that, you know, had to all the
What's going on? Welcome back to the CKQ podcast show. I'm your host, Clement, and who has something playing in the background? Thank you. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this. We go live every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Hit that like button, subscribe, support the channel. So let's introduce the panelists. We got Chris.
hi, I'm Chris. You can find me here on YouTube at The Blooming Ebony and on Instagram at The Blooming Ebony as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to CKQ Podcast.
We got Lauren.
She ran away.
We got Danielle.
Hi, my name is Danielle. You can find me on Instagram at Fly Nurse Mom Wife and here on YouTube at My Sister's Keeper.
Last but not least, we got John.
Hey, what's up? My name is John. You can find me on Black Wall Street Trading LLC or behavioral_consultant on IG.
Let's try this one more time. We got Lauren.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I had to log out.
No worries. So you want to give a shout out to everyone? Tell them who you are, you know, what your social media is. And yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Okay, well, I'm Lauren. I'm from Queens. I'm here joining you guys to talk a little shit tonight. It's my first podcast. I am not an internet person that has any links you need to subscribe to, but I'm excited to chat.
Here we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen the questions, so let's start out.
Okay.
First one. Do men and women view respect the same way? Do men and women view respect the same way?
Do you guys go one at a time or just...
Yeah. We'll start off one at a time, and then we'll open it up to everyone.
All right, cool.
So we'll start with Chris.
I hate this question. I can never answer it well. I don't think they do. I think men kind of lump love and respect together. So they think that if they're getting respect, they're also getting love. But I think women don't give love and respect the same way. I think that women can respect a man and not love him, and vice versa.
I hold it.
So, no. Short answer, no.
Short answer, no. You don't think men and women view it the same way. Okay. Danielle.
I don't know how men view respect. I really haven't a clue. I just know that for me, respect is not expecting something of me that you're not willing to do. Don't speak to me any kind of way. Don't just treat me any kind of way. And hear me out, you know. Try to understand me. You don't have to understand me, but at least try.
Okay. John.
Nope. Not at all.
Want to elaborate?
Yeah, do men and women view respect the same? Nah, not really. I don't think not at all. Because when a man, respect for a man has a lot to do with you staying away from that ego. You go to touching our egos, being disrespectful. And that's pretty much now women have egos too. They do. But with us, it's just a whole nother month. You can touch that ego a lot of different ways. And when we come back around, then I get more into it.
Let's do that. Lauren, do men and women view respect the same way?
I mean, I'd like to think that respect should not be defined between you're a man or a woman. It should be given and taken equally. But unfortunately, I do agree with John that with men, it's an ego thing. They really, from my experience with certain men, it's attached to it right away. Like as soon as the ego's hurt, you're disrespectful. And my return is always like, do you understand the definition of respect then? So that's how I feel about it too.
So you feel similar to John?
I mean, I agree with that point about the men attaching it to their ego, but I'd like to believe that respect shouldn't be a gender thing at all. It's just like a person. You're treating a person like a person. You're giving and getting respect across the board. But unfortunately, that's really not the world we live in.
Yeah. I just like, especially for, let's just say when it comes to like relationships, men and women, and how they deal with people while they are in relationships. To in my opinion, to women, respect is a little different in that aspect. Meaning, they can talk to a person, they can kind of go along with that, and they won't see that as disrespectful, in my opinion. Versus a man, it's like, since he has to pursue, if he's already pursuing, he already has it in his mind that I'm going to try to get something out of this. If it doesn't come his way, then it's like, that's it. What do you think?
I mean, I like the thought of, women. I'm going to speak for myself. I have done this in the past. I was previously married, so I know I could go out and talk to people of the other sex and have a good time and not feel like it's disrespectful. But when it came down to it, my husband found it extremely disrespectful, and that's why I attached the ego comment to my relation of it. Even if I wasn't.
Is that ego though?
Huh?
You think that's the ego's portion on the man?
I mean, for that, and for me and my experience, it was. I don't want to generalize all men because I have met and been with men that don't associate the two. They can balance a little bit better from my experience.
John, you want to elaborate on what you meant a little bit more in depth?
Yeah. So here's the thing. There's the common men, even though we don't like to generalize, there's just certain triggers for certain men. So like when Lauren was saying, she's met men that, they were pretty balanced depends on what variable we're looking at. Like what was the circumstances, what was because we are built on ego from day one. We're highly competitive, and for those who are not, then that has to do with some other issues that you're just special. Like you're anomaly. You're definitely not.
I think
No.
it goes back to respect factor. Like, you
Uh-huh.
know, if they respect their woman or a woman in their life or their partner, you know, whatever that may be, it's a respect thing. It doesn't have to be, you know, oh, well, I'm entitled to this ego because I'm a man. But if you're equalizing your respect, you put the ego to the side and give the same respect.
In certain cases, you're not gonna do it in every case. Only
No,
certain cases.
I can do it, but
For the majority of cases, let's just say the majority of cases,
because it depends. Circumstances mean a lot. Circumstances have a lot to do with a lot.
Yeah.
For instance,
yeah,
if you say something disrespectful and no one is around, then I'll say something like, "White, don't talk to me like that," right? If you say something disrespectful and other people are around, I won't say nothing.
you say wait till I get home.
Right. Yeah, you'll already know that though, because I'm gonna give you that look like,
right,
and that look is gonna be like, when we get in this car, when we get away from these people. But see, my ego is still been attacked, but I'm not a psychopath, but I'm respecting you out of love. I'm not gonna embarrass you like you just did me in front of them. But when we get home, or in the car, I'm just gonna say, if it's the first time, be like, I don't know if you realize what you just did, but you really embarrassed me back there.
But a man takes that same effect from a woman.
Huh?
A man is not going to take that same reaction from a woman. You know what I'm saying? If you're out,
What do you mean?
and if you feel like, you know, your man did something in the club, looked at a girl, whatever the situation is, you know, and you feel the type of way, and you get in the car and you say something, I don't feel like the man is as receptive and or apologetic as a woman is in that situation. Like you were saying,
Play it out.
You know,
play it out, act it out. I'll go with you. Go, do it. I'm the man, and I'm your man. We in the club now. What did I do? You got to set the stage so I know how to act. All right, get it.
I got you. All right. So now we got in the car. We had a great night out. We had some drinks. I saw you turning your head way too many times. Okay.
Okay.
So I get in the car and I'm like, babe, you know, I really didn't appreciate you turning your head that much, like when we're out together. It was disrespectful to me.
You caught me.
I always catch it.
Boo, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you.
It never works like that.
That's my natural. Let me tell you something. Anybody know that's my natural? That's my response right there. Because
so hold on.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
You know what?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why. One, I was literally just looking because I don't do. That's just stupid. I'm not fixing to do all. I ain't following up on that. Two, she led with baby. She led with baby. So I ain't out of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the alcohol gonna kick in when we get home, and I'm not trying to fuck that up. So I'm gonna say you caught me just to keep that jealous a little heightened, and then I'm gonna submit and say yes. So she finna bring it all the way out when we get home, because she's still gonna be a little jealous. That's me just being 47 and knowing how to handle it. You feel me? Because that's what you do right now. That's how you handle that situation. Don't try to fight it, because you fixing to not get shit. Them girls you was looking at gone. The one you riding here home with mad. She finna put on some damn pajamas and a jumpsuit, and you ain't shit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Lauren, let me ask you. So play out a scenario where you think it's more of the common, because John is not the common.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry.
So play out a scenario where you think it's the common, where you would hop in the car, talk to your man. How would he react? Because you're saying John's way wasn't the norm.
I
So
mean,
what's the?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But again, you know, I'm only basing it on, you know, reactions from my experiences, and I have dated and married jealous, dominating men. You know, mostly Italians. I'm Italian, so no offense to them, but just, you know, explaining my situation. Little scary. Like, you know, you're not going to speak to me that way, or like shut the fuck up and stuff like that, you know. So that level is not okay. But that's
you changed it up a little bit. I'll respond differently. You talking about the girl thing, but if you was like yelling at me or something, I snap back at you.
Well, no.
If you was like yelling, you said baby and calm me down.
If I came to you the same way that we just acted out with somebody that I've experienced before, I'm not going to get that reaction. I'm going to get like a nasty reaction.
That's
like,
the difference in culture, though.
About, you know, like, you know, be brushed off, like be a little more aggressive about the reaction, because, you know, guilty parties get aggressive.
Guilty parties get aggressive. That's good.
You know,
Chris, Danielle, you guys have any you'd like to drop in there? Looks like Danielle's. Yeah, the two of you guys.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, I was talking to Danielle and Chris. If they wanted to chime in on this.
I'm still processing. Yeah. I don't know if it's fully just about ego necessarily. The way that I view respect for men and women is very similar to how I view respect from like a teacher and a student. You know, like respect has to go both ways, but it's not the same type of respect that's received and given from both parties. Is it ego? I don't know. I've never dealt with anyone that was like dominating and aggressive before. So that one's kind of hard for me to relate, but yeah, I get what they're saying.
Okay. All right. Let's do a quick reaction video, and then we're going to jump on to the next question. So do me a favor, and could you mute your mics? Fair use.
It sucks because I feel like most men, even like myself, when I did become a full gentleman, you know, women love me more when I was a jerk. I ain't gonna hold you. When I was
They gave you more respect.
Oh man, I got so much pooms when I was disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? Like it was out there. You know what I'm saying? It was so easy. It was fun. And then when I had a little class, it was just like, damn, what's this? You know what I'm saying?
With growth though, like
what? But my growth is the decline of women and being attracted to me because I got respect now. God damn.
He on to something. I ain't gonna hold you because y'all don't respect the nice guys. That's why niggas got.
That's true.
That's why all the toxic niggas, all the toxic niggas got all the shorties. You know what I'm saying?
Girls take advantage of that.
Yeah,
I know I would.
And I changed once I had a
like you, man. Yo, she keep it honest.
Keep it real.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, man.
You know what
If
I
you're
mean?
too like, I'll tell a guy like you're just too nice. Like they would feel away, but I'll just be like you're just too nice. I know I could get away with murder with you.
Sure, you ain't getting away with murder.
Thoughts?
Oh, I got thoughts, but I'll let somebody else go.
Chris.
Women are so backwards. It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's the guy so they're like that, I think, when they have options, when they have an abundance of men chasing them, but when, you know, those compliments start slowing down and they get a little nervous, they want the nice guy. And it's just so weird to me. I don't get it. They're just, they're backwards. I don't get it.
That was her. Okay.
She come back up.
Yeah. Danielle, what did you think of that? Was there any facts being spoken there?
I do think it's facts because, like my friends, that's how they feel. Is that if they're too nice, that women won't like them. I had an ex and he was nice to this young lady, and she wasn't feeling him. So then he just turned into a complete jerk and just did all type of stuff that was just completely out of his character. Like when he was telling me, my mouth was just open, like, you did that? And he was like, before I can even get to the corner, she was on the phone calling me. And I was just like, calling you for what? Like, she wanted him after that point. And it was just, I don't get it. I don't like rude men. I don't like that. Like, you're going to be just as polite to me as you want me to be to you, or it's not going to work. So.
John?
He's speaking facts, bro. I've been both guys. I started out being the sweet guy, got my heart broke, and I was a jerk ever since after that. It's not that I'm not sweet. It's just when I'm dating, I'm a jerk. But when you with me, I'm sweet. But by that point, you're just not gonna get away with everything. It's just not gonna happen. I'm very flexible, but you ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. None of that. Like, it's just that's not gonna happen. But she understand that. You know what I'm saying? But don't know girls like the nice guy. The nice guy literally finishes last. He's boring. She can't always know. She can't set a clock to you. If she can set a clock to you, you are so boring. Your sex is boring. Everything about you is boring. You're boring. She's gonna talk to other men. You're too boring. She can do whatever, say whatever, and you have no backbone. And now she's questioning whether or not if she needs you to take up for her, will you take up for her? The answer is probably no. He won't even take up for himself against you. What makes you think he's gonna stand toe to toe with a whole man that's want to do him harm or you harm? He's not. And if he is, he won't be too successful at it. And if he can be successful, he needs to show some of that or speak up or something. But that guy's boring. That's just a boring guy. Period. And that's how women see it. And it's just like the girl said, they'll run right over you. They figure out they can run right over you, they're going to run right like a freight train.
Lauren.
All right, I lost a little connection for a while, so I'm not sure if we moved on to another question or.
Oh, so did you not see the video?
No, I got kicked out, so I lost the initial thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean,
we're gonna hop on to the next question.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next question. So, question to the panel. When dating, should a guy aim to be a gentleman?
So this is pretty much what you missed.
Correct. So start us off, Lauren.
I mean, chivalry is dead. Women are independent. They don't really need it, but I think it's still nice. I'm a little old school. I mean, not that I want you to open the door for me, but I want you to pay for my meal and call me after the morning, So what? Yeah, it's a little come and go with that. I mean, there should be some level to it still to make a woman feel good if you're trying to entice her, But I feel like it's not like it used to be back in the day where I said, like, you have to open the door every time and, throw your coat down so she can jump over a puddle or something. But there's, new limits to it. And it comes back to the respecting, too. A man should respect a woman and treat her like a lady when they take her out, especially the first couple times until she sees all your red flags and decides that they're heart-shaped and goes with it.
That's good. Danielle, When dating, should a guy aim to be a gentleman?
I think a man should aim to be himself.
I knew she was gonna say that.
If you are a gentleman, then be a gentleman. If you are a dog, then be a dog. Just be yourself, so I know what I'm getting.
100%. Be real.
I would say most guys off the rip are more on the softer side.
You said who are?
Most men off the rip.
Off the rip? Like
yeah. Like starting out.
From the
Like
beginning.
I think when men come into the dating world, they usually come out they start out as the nice guy. And eventually they realize that doesn't work.
Why do they think it doesn't work? Because they assume that women prefer the bad guy. Why can't it
they watch the bad guy get the women. That's why.
And they do.
It's not that they assume, but they watch it happen. So it's like they watch, they take the girl out, and then after that, she goes back to his place.
Yeah.
The other
guy.
Yeah.
And it's been normalized. Every role comedy ever, also.
Chris.
Yeah, they should definitely be a gentleman. I think they should be 90% themselves, but the 10% should be like them trying to be, the best version of themselves, I guess. Like I'm coming in, as me, but I'm trying to be, I guess, the best version of me on this date, if that makes sense. Like I'm gonna be polite, like more polite than I would be with like my good friends. I'm not gonna treat you like I treat everyone else. You're gonna have a certain level of attention and all of that. And I think it's good to have a gentleman, I think it's okay to try something new. Like if it's not 100% who you are all the time, I don't think there's anything wrong with you going on a date with someone that you really like and being more of a gentleman than you usually would be. Yeah, I think it's a sign of respect.
Okay.
I'm gonna expect you to be that same person every time you're dealing with me, and if you're not, then I'm gonna have something to say about that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Say that again.
If he is super nice, I'm gonna expect him to be that same person forever. You cannot change who you are. I need you to be who you are. Don't come being super nice, but you actually an asshole. No, be an asshole. Show me that. So I can see how much of an asshole you are and see if that's something I could deal with or not.
Yeah.
I don't want you feeling. I'm not gonna put on no front for you. I'm gonna be who I am. You're gonna get me from the beginning to the. I don't change. And so if I'm gonna be brave enough to show you my authentic self, respecting me is doing the same for me. That's respect for me. Show me who you are, because that's who I'm gonna end up with. So like if you show me something different and I choose you, and then you end up taking your mask off like, but this really who I am, I'm gonna be like, I don't like you. I don't like you. I love a man that's nice. I've had nice men that stand up for me. I've had nice men that won't bust a grape.
Wait, what?
They're very soft.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
They won't bust a grape.
They won't bust a grape.
In a food fight, won't bust a grape.
So I mean, I don't think their niceness has anything to do with how they can protect all the time. That haven't been what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they boring either. Thank you very much, John.
When you go to weighing out when you weigh out the averages, though, is they gonna be the case? If they was winning, they are not winning on the dating scene, huh?
No, you're right.
You shouldn't be no gentleman, bro. Be who you are. Be you. Let this woman know what the fuck she getting herself into, bro. If you don't open doors, don't open no fucking doors. If you don't do that, that ain't your thing. Then she can respect you more if that's not your thing. Just like if you just want some ass, let her know that's what you want. So she can know how to judge you, because you don't know. She might say, you know what? Damn, man. I'm so glad that's all. I put my best drawers on just in case. All you wanted was some ass, because that's all I want to. Me too, bruh. I can't get in there another serious relationship. I just want to do it.
If you wind up liking each other and it continues, it's just a lot easier to move with somebody when you know what you're dealing with.
Oh God. When y'all both act, yeah.
I might want to move with you the same. You know, maybe I don't want the Barbie dream house. Maybe I want to just get fucked on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? But at least if it's honesty, right, the same way. You know, this way there's no disappointment. You know, I'm gonna expect all this shit from you that you're not really planning on doing, and then I get disappointed, and then I'm a bitch to you, and you don't know why, and it's a whole fucking thing.
Right.
Amen.
That's why I don't believe in you being who you ain't. Like, this is not you, then don't do that.
So you think there's some guys that are? Go ahead. Go ahead, Lauren.
No, you know, honestly, like, you know, you can, a lot of times people, when they meet people and they like them, they can tend to sort of like morph into this. And I've seen it with a lot of girls, you know, like just growing up and like in our 20s and shit, like trying to meet guys, you know, and I've dated men who do the same thing. You want to like what that person likes so that you can find some common ground because you really like them. And then as time goes on, you're like, you know what? I really fucking hate soccer. I don't want to go to a game or watch it on TV. Or, you know what? Or I don't actually drink vodka. I drink Hennessy. But you know what? Like, it's just, it's just easier to be upfront and move with somebody the way it should be than fake the funk and just give people disappointment and false hope. You know, you're wasting time.
There you go. Yep, wasting a bunch of time.
I think in the beginning, though, I think in the beginning, women are going to want to try to cater to everything that guy likes, and the guy is going to want to try to do that.
I think that's our motherly instinct in us. We want to be like, oh, you know, can I make you a sandwich? You know,
nope, I'll make my own sandwich because that's the way it's gonna be.
A sandwich.
Yeah, I want to.
I got time for that. None.
If I was out on a date and we've been on a couple of dates and I'm really feeling like this is not who this really is. Like this is not her, right? I'm like, listen, look at him. I like you. Okay. But I need to see who the fuck you really are, because this ain't you. I don't believe it's you. I don't believe you this fucking nice. I don't believe you this is damn agreeable. I just don't believe it. Oh my God, why not John? Oh, then I'm gonna go there and put your ass in the trick bag. Exam time is on. I'm fixing to make your ass mad and see how the hell you respond. Pop quiz, motherfucker. Then when I get that, hey, don't you do I knew you had it in. I knew you. Toxic like a motherfucker. I'll take 2 of your ass. That's what I've been waiting on. I need a motherfucker who's gonna fuss back. I can't have all this agreeable shit. This ain't gonna last that damn long. You're gonna be where you just don't want to, you don't never argue. You ain't never mad, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. I don't believe that. We finna see. I want to test the waters.
You don't think there's relationships where they can actually talk most of the things out, though?
I'm sorry, what?
You don't think there's relationships where the two people can actually communicate what their issues are and without having it have to be this fucking thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's probably boring.
Yeah.
Is that boring?
I mean,
that's boring.
I'm all for communication, but I want to be able to yell a little bit, have a little rough makeup sex. There's got to be a little bit more than just be like, okay, dear.
What she said. What she said.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me speak my mind and come out my face a little bit. It'll get the aggression out of how you feel a little bit better than waiting to process all your emotions in your own mind. About it. Like, I'm fucking pissed off. Like, this is the deal. And that person's like, well, I'm pissed off about this. And you're like, all right, let's agree to disagree. And, all good. You get it out of yourself.
Okay,
too.
now, honest question about that. Do you think that is sustainable in a long-term relationship?
No, that's why I'm divorced.
Well, no, but it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for that.
Honest.
I don't think that every like couple that I've ran into that they've been together for a long time, most of the time they say, like, obviously they're gonna have their little spats. Every relationship does have that, but most of the time they're trying to communicate it out. They're trying to say, okay, like, she knows, okay, I'm not mad at you, you're not mad at me. Like, we're mad at the problem. So let's
Right.
you and me against the problem.
Exactly.
But I think when you start to have the little spats back and forth, it could kind of point the finger at the other person a bit too much, and that's where it could go downhill.
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
There's always three
I can't
versions of
disagree
the
with that. Yeah, mine, yours, and the truth. True.
that's why I don't like arguing. Because when you arguing, it's like you trying to win against that person, and that's not what I'm trying to do in a relationship. I'm trying to actually get to a solution, and you can't do that arguing.
And I agree with you on that, because I feel like whenever, like, I'm in a situation or was in a situation where, like, I'm being combative about, you're both trying to make your point, and I feel like it always just goes in circles and you're never really coming to a resolution. You're both just screaming your point over and over again, and you didn't agree to begin with. So it's just a vicious circle effect of arguing. Which nobody wants,
Do you think that was that always something so John and Lauren, was that always something that both of you guys wanted, or did it happen over a period of time?
What, the toxic
communication?
I think I came into it toxic and I didn't realize it. So I was attracting women that were also toxic. And then I was about to hit the point to where it was the norm, but then Pootie Mama was golly shit. I've met my damn match with that one. You understand? This damn big, mean as hell. And I'm talking about she didn't give a shit where it was at, when it happened. When you go to getting barred from family events, nigga, it's time to reevaluate your relationship. And so that was just a bit much for me. So it was so strong where I reevaluated my whole life, not just the relationship, my whole existence. And I left because me and her was just not good at all. It was just too much. It was too much. And then I changed the way I changed through therapy, all that. I changed the way I look at women, and anything that reminds me of that will set me off. And once I see you like that, I'm through. I'm done. Cause I don't ever want to go back through there. Anything like that set me off. Cause it's like that's there. It's there. It ain't no different than a woman that's experienced the same emotional and verbal abuse from a man. It's the same way we get abused too, especially when you refuse to hit a woman. I don't hit no woman now. Could I shut her up? Absolutely. Easy. One hit or quit her ass, and she through talking. But then where am I gonna be? How bad did I hurt her? I mean, did I kill her? Did I break her jaw to the point where she needs reconstructive surgery? I mean, I don't hit women. There's no reason to, even though some men feel like there is a reason to. I just can't bring myself to do it. So I just took all that shit in, and it stayed with me. So I do get triggered from reminders of it.
Relationships cause PTSD no matter what it is, in some way, shape, or form. You know, you don't have to be abusive. I feel like relationships can cause, like, once you're out of them, there's some form of PTSD
Trauma.
Just because you may have been physically abused or even mentally abused, but there's something there that lingers with you. That's why you go through the grieving process when you break up, and you go through the amen, and I'm crying, and you know, there's always something that you're not in that relationship anymore for a reason. There's something that you're taking with you that you heal from, you know, in the breakup process.
But it's just you don't really heal. Like you don't completely heal.
Let me tell you something. I'll give you a really personal example. When I met my husband, who I'm not with anymore, 10 years ago, I had been through 3 long-term relationships that were fucked up in all different types of ways of abuse and nice, beautiful. So I come out of it, and meeting him, I wanted to express to him all the things that I experienced that I didn't want anymore, that I wasn't going to tolerate. You know, like, look, I experienced this. You know, I am never going to tolerate that again. You know, thinking that would make it like, okay, he understands where I'm coming from because I'm always 100. And later on in our relationship, when we split up, midway separation, he actually admitted to me that by me telling him everything that I endured was kind of like me setting myself up for disaster, because now he knew all my vulnerable points. I basically gave him all my vulnerable points, everything that I can tolerate if I love the person enough, and he literally did everything by my own playbook that I gave to him, by being honest in the beginning, by saying, oh, I don't want this, I can't tolerate this. But every time he tested me, I already could tolerate it because I'd been through it. So it was easy for me to get over it. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was like you're being vulnerable, but you're giving up your own playbook.
That's a little weird.
I think you just didn't mean what you said.
What do you mean I didn't mean what I said? Oh,
you told him that you wasn't willing to tolerate it, but you actually were.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying what you said, but you got to mean that. As soon as he show a sign of it, you got to cut that off.
You know what? You're 100% right. I saw the red flags, and they were all heart-shaped to me, and I stuck with it. You're 100% right. Like, that was, you know, but the point was, maybe I shouldn't have been vulnerable enough to say those things to give him even an inkling of what I could.
That's not true.
Nah.
You should be vulnerable enough to say that. But he should be man enough to not do that.
Hold on, Danielle. Hold on. Let her finish. Get out your point, Lauren.
That was my point. I'm just saying, like, for me, I felt like by me giving up all of my vulnerabilities, it allowed him to test my pressure points. And because I had been there before, and I was able to do it again because I was in love and whatever. So even though, like, I didn't want that from him in the beginning, and I was saying that, at the end of the day, he shouldn't have pushed those limits with me. That was a respect on his, like, ill respect on his part. Right. You know, he took it and used it against me. You know, when it should have been respected, like, you know what, I'm not trying to fuck with this girl on that level because she's already been through that. I know she can handle it. She's already lived with it. So I'm showing you that I'm vulnerable and I'm a fucking sucker, and you're going to take it and you're going to use it against me. You know what I mean?
I was saying that it's nothing wrong with you being vulnerable and telling a man what you've been through. But he, like you said, he shouldn't have took you there. But not only should he have not took you there, you have to mean what you say. Like, you gotta love yourself more. You gotta respect yourself more. So that as soon as he try to take you there, you like, Nigga, didn't I just tell you? You can give a warning. Like, yo, I just told you that this is not that.
No, 100%. Yeah,
if you love them enough, maybe you want to give them a warning, depending on what it is.
But really, at the end of the day, like that's like a me issue. You know what I mean? I allowed him to do it. That's a me issue. So I got you. I understand.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is exactly what I'm talking about when I say there's a little bit of trauma from every relationship left over. It don't have to be the exact same trauma, but there's a concept that's called conditioned place preference, which is a reason why women don't leave out of abusive situations. You're being told, I love you, I need you, I didn't mean it, right? That's sinking into you. It's releasing dopamine and endorphins in your brain. You understand? They're bonding inside of your pleasure pathway in the ventral tegmental area, right? So it's like heroin, because what happens is you are also getting an aversive stimuli when he beats your ass to make where you should want to go, or when he screams and yells at you and calls you all these crazy names, and it should like make you want to go, but you don't go because you're starting to get conditioned. You believe in him deep down in your side, in your soul, that he's not, that no one does want you. You believe in him that no one, you don't have a lot of choices. You believe that shit, and it sinks down into your conscious, and you just won't go. You won't. Like, this is the best you got. And then when you do finally leave, you almost broken. Now, I'm not saying her situation is the same. I'm not saying Lauren's situation was anything like that, but
yeah, no,
it's still right. But if it still does something, it does something to your self-esteem. It does something to your self-image and how you see you. And then you go on. Then you have a few birthdays and stuff like that, and it just becomes harder and harder. And you're willing to, even though you telling them, when you say, hey, listen, this is what I've been through, you basically saying, please don't do this to me. That's what you're saying, yes. Right? And when you say, please don't do this to me, but why do you feel like you need to tell him, please don't do this to me? That's where you know it's your self-image. Because if you had a higher self-image, higher self-esteem, you should think he won't do this to me because he has no reason to do this to me. But when it's still in your brain, it's still in your soul that this is what might happen. He might actually see me the same way. That's that trauma from the last dude that's still sitting in your system that has not left out yet. You have not been baptized and reborn into a new person. That's what I'm talking about.
That was so well said. I was thinking it. I was like, I don't know how to say it. Yes, John.
Yeah. That was really good money right there. I love that. I guess I'm gonna stop paying my therapist
now. So saying all this, because it sounds like you opening up yourself like that in that relationship, you seeing all of the flaws that you noticed from the other one that you don't want to happen again. Going through relationship after relationship, isn't that going to style up a much bigger list of things that you don't want to come into? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
if you have such a big list of things and you're walking into a relationship and saying, I don't want you to do this, like, how is that a good way to walk into a relationship? You know what I'm saying?
No, you're absolutely right.
You gotta stop dating for a while.
I guess that's why I refer to it as PSTD, because it's so subconscious. Like, my trauma came from my first boyfriend, that I was with literally in high school, up to college. It didn't even come from my adult relationships or even from my marriage. You know what I mean? So it's something that's just maybe for me personally, it was because it was my first boyfriend and I didn't know any better. So I just kind of took, all the abuse. And every relationship after that was either really good and boring and I didn't want it, or the same, you know, volatile pattern in one way or another. So, you know, honestly, like all these topics keep going back to the respect thing. And also, like John preaching about how nice guys do finish last, you know, because I went through a traumatic relationship and then had a 5-year relationship with a guy that was very healthy for me. And I cheated on him and didn't want him. And when I told him that, he wanted to marry me. I still was like, are you like, hello? Like, no. So, yeah, it's like a conditioning, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do a quick video. So you guys do me a favor and mute your mics real quick. Fair use. Fair use. Title of the video is "My Wife Cheated on Me, so we started swinging."
For me, it was just I desired to be with other men, and then I would feel super guilty about it. I try to be monogamous. I am not the happiest person in the world. I'm kind of like bitchy, so. You are very bitchy. I know. He sees such a difference now that I'm not monogamous. Like he sees, like I'm just so much happier. Yeah, you wish you would have done this years ago, right?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Yeah.
What?
I love that, by the way.
So that brings us to the next question. When it comes to body count, should men understand that it's just sex? When it comes to body count, should men understand that it's just sex?
I have a question about the question.
Yeah.
So is this like somebody asking you how many partners you've had, or is this like you're dating someone but you're still sleeping with other people?
Dating someone but still sleeping with other people.
I personally think that people should do whatever the fuck they want because they only are living here once, but I wouldn't want someone to sleep with someone else when I'm dating them. So I try not to do that to someone. I'm not saying I won't because there might be somebody better out there, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like I don't do it because I don't want that in return. And I think that's, you know, people should look at it that way.
Okay.
Hey, Superman.
Yeah.
What up? What's up,
going on?
everybody?
How you doing?
Not much, man. Y'all having a real good talk. I said I'm not gonna pull up today. I'm gonna fall back, but I couldn't help myself.
Come on, man. You know that. You know that.
I said I'm gonna actually do some work today. But no, shout out to the panel, man. Y'all having a good discussion. Where would you like me to start? Or do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, wherever you want to hop in, bro.
Well, I'll say this. I think a lot of people have to learn how to love themselves first. Bro, the last relationship before I got in, like that shit broke me, dog. Like that shit broke me. And I had to figure out how to make myself a priority. And I had to figure out how to love myself first before any other woman. Because if you don't love yourself first, it's impossible to be in a positive relationship, bro. Like the shit, it will not happen. You will keep drawing toxic people to you. And then on top of that, I was a very lackluster, average dude. I worked minimum hours. I wasn't really trying. All I wanted to do was be up under her all day. No, fam. I had to really think about my life, bro. And ever since, bro, I haven't had a problem, but I had to heal myself. I did not want to bring on baggage from my last situation to this new one because it's not her fault.
Let me ask you something. Do you feel like most people need to go through that though?
Yeah, I mean, most people will,
Like
especially
go through that hard heartbreak. You love them, with everything you could, and then they just shit on that. You think
in a perfect world, you shouldn't have to, but I mean, it's growing pains, bro. I feel like men, you have to feel that. You have to know how it feels, so then you can grow from that. It's like a growing pain, but that's why I strongly suggest men ages 16 to 30 not even getting in serious relationships. Focus on your mind, body, and your pockets, and then stuff will move a lot smoothly for you. From what I've seen. So honestly, yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, you have to go through that, fam. I think so.
Okay. What do you guys think? Everyone is
I
in the same. You said no?
About the question you posed to the panel?
No, what I just asked right now to CJ.
Oh.
That's everyone needs to go through that hard heartbreak before they can actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting way to look at it. Okay, so back to the question though. When it comes to body count, should men understand that it's just sex?
I got 3 answers.
Do we understand that?
Well, hold on. Chris.
I don't think so.
No, not necessarily. I don't think that they should do anything if they don't want to. Like, if you want somebody who's faithful to you, monogamous, then that's what you should want, and that should be put in your agreement when you start to date this person. And you should do the same. It should be reciprocal. But no, I don't think that they should just believe that it's just sex when they don't think it is, if that makes sense. I don't think that's fair in any way. To try and tell a man what they should do to minimize the fact that I can't control myself doesn't make any sense to me.
It's a double standard too. Like, the man doesn't want you to do anybody else, if they're gonna go and do something, or vice versa. Kind of has to be on the same playing field. Again, you got to be open in the beginning.
Everything is a double standard, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything in life is a double standard. It's stuff that men do that they wouldn't expect you to do, and you probably wouldn't do as a woman, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, so like if somebody comes to your house with a gun and you got your husband at the house, who you expect to answer the door? So we're not the same. Men and women are not the same.
Exactly. That's why. That's why the idea of like revenge cheating doesn't make any sense to me. When women are like, "Oh, I cheated because he did."
That's
the worst thing I've heard in my life.
We could never work through that.
No man wants to wife up a hoe, a known hoe, a woman that he knows is a slut. No, I don't care what he say. At the end of the day, if your man know that you've been with hundreds of women, no, absolutely. That's why if you have a high body count and you got a good man, you better lie to him. And I don't condone lying. But
see, that's why the question, because that's talking about asking, who you've been with prior, which I don't think is anybody's business. And everybody's gonna lie anyway.
It's not anybody's business.
I've been trying to on me. I'm 20 years old. Say this dude's gonna tell me, "Oh, I've only been with 5 women." I'm gonna believe him. Nobody's ever gonna admit their dirty past. Like, that's their skeletons. I'm never gonna admit to a man that I'm dating. I'm gonna say it's none of your business.
I will.
That's to find what the question was, because that was my answer off the bat. Don't ask, don't tell. I don't want to know how many people you've been with. I gotta have that in my head that you've been with other people. No, I'm a psycho.
Man.
I don't want to think about you or anybody. When I meet you, you're a virgin. That's it. I'll keep it that way.
Man, come on.
But would you say that no woman wants a man that no other woman wants, though?
That's not true, because you know what? Not everybody's for everybody. I might like a dude that's one way, and my best friend might be like, "The fuck?" And you know what? That happens all the time.
Fair enough.
My best friend's like, really? And I do the same thing, like, really? You know, people, listen, for me, it's always been about connection. A lot of times it comes with the pride, there's chemistry. You don't even know what you're going to have with them. And,
you said it's only about connection?
You can't be like, oh, it's a lot about connection. You can meet someone that you would never in a million years expect to, like, form any kind of relationship with, whether it's a friendship or a partnership or a relationship down the road or a sexual, whatever it is. Sometimes, you know, people just come in your life and you're like, wow, like there's like some little fucking pop here and there's some connection between us that builds either a friendship or a relationship or, you know, whatever, some kind of networking. Like people, you know, there's always some kind of energy. It's not just, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Let's like do blind date questions. No, like there's always an energy between people that they get along. And I feel like that kind of forms which way when you meet people and you have that connection, how it goes, friendship or relationship or whatever.
So does his looks and money matter to you at all?
I mean, honestly, I have attractions, but I've been attracted to a lot of different types of men. I'm not like, oh, he's not my type, sorry, but his, you know, and money's never been a thing for me because I supported my husband for 10 years. So I take care of myself. You know, it's nice.
So would you do that? Would you do that for another 10? Would you support a man for another 10?
No, that's why I'm not married.
So money does matter. So it does matter.
No, I would like somebody to be able to take care of themselves. I don't need
So money matters. It matters.
Well, a job matters. You don't have to be rich or be wealthy, but you should be.
What happens when you work a job? You get paid money.
It's about being responsible for yourself. It's not about having money to buy me a Gucci bag or some shit or to take me out of this. It's not about that. Be responsible.
I didn't say all that. All I said was, does his money matter to you? I didn't say he had to buy you a Gucci bag first. I said, does money matter?
If he can take care of himself because of my trauma, yeah, it's gonna matter to me.
Okay, then. So yeah, it matters.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to be cool, if you want to say being a responsible adult matters to me, yes, it does. Don't refer to it as like a money thing, because
but it
being
is
responsible and working and bills is being responsible adult. It's not like, oh, that man has no money, I don't want to be with him. No, that man is not responsible. I don't want to be with him. There's a difference.
Well, you can't pay bills being a nice guy, so it matters.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You could go to work every day 9 to 5 and be a total douchebag or be the nicest guy in the world. Nerds, they make more money than everybody. They don't get a lot of ass.
Can you pay your rent just from?
If you're a nice guy or if you're a dick, you still should have a fucking job. I don't care if you work at McDonald's. At least you go to work and pay your motherfucking bills. Don't come at me to pay your bills. I'm not asking nobody, no man ever to pay something for me. I'm 40 years old. I've been living on my own for 20 years. So if you can't hold a job no matter what it is, go work at fucking Dunkin' Donuts. I don't give a shit what you do. Take care of yourself. That's being a responsible adult, not me looking for money.
You spending the conversation left. You spending the conversation left. I simply asked you, can you pay bills on being nice? Can you go up to your rental office and say, I'm a nice guy, can I get my rent for free? No, you can't.
But you can be a nice guy in a job. I don't understand why you're disassociating.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm simply talking about money. It matters. You saying it doesn't, but it does.
Oh, hold on, CJ. Hold on. Let's get everyone else in the panel of this. All right. When it comes to body count, should men understand that it's just sex? Danielle.
So you said this supposed to be for when you dating somebody?
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what y'all doing with y'all dating. How y'all dating? Y'all dating because y'all want to be together? Y'all dating because y'all want to be fucking too? I mean, if we just fucking, who else I'm fucking shouldn't matter because we not trying to be together. But if we're actually trying to build something together, then hell yeah, it matter.
So it shouldn't matter if you guys are not serious.
No, because that shouldn't even be on your mind. If it's not serious, Don't ask me anything because I'm not asking you anything. I could care less what you're doing when you're not with me.
Okay. Chris, did I get to you yet? I did. John.
All right, so this is I had it off the headphones and my boys could hear it. So I asked them, when it comes to body count, should men understand it's just sex? I was curious to know what the answers would be since they 12. One of them answered, like, it tells a lot about who the woman is and about her character. The other one answered where he kind of went along with his brother. It tells a lot about him, but not all women are the same. But in the end, it wouldn't really matter to him because he gonna judge the girl based on how she treat him. But you still should just have it in the back of your mind that she could like this, and this could be how she's gonna go. So if you like her enough, you're willing to take that risk, knowing she got a high body count, then whatever happens, happens. But you should at least give her a chance. And that's what they dad. I'm 47. I don't give a damn how many men you've been with. It don't matter to me. You ain't no virgin. Your wound at 47, your wound has already been taken by somebody. So your body count, I do not damn care. Why should I care? I just need to know you ain't got nothing because I'm not that immature. I mean, we ain't in fucking grade school. How did you kiss so and so? Because if you did, I don't want to kiss you. Fuck that. I got time for that bullshit. Because I know your body count ain't nowhere near mine. You or your girlfriend or your sister. So I don't care. I'm not gonna judge you off your fucking bodies. I don't give a damn. I got too much confidence in myself for that shit. Fuck how many men you been with.
CJ, what do you think?
Hell no, I don't want no slut. Not on the real. Not if I'm with her for real. I mean, I don't ask, but to be fair, I don't ask.
Girl that lives in her 20s and you don't know anything. She could be like, "Oh, I only had 2 relationships. I only slept with 3 guys."
And that's exactly why I don't care.
How are you gonna know? So you can't say, "Oh, I don't want to slut," because you might have been dating sluts and they were the best women to you, but you didn't know because it's none of your business.
Can I finish?
A pass is a pass because it's not your business.
Okay. Like I was saying, I don't want a slut. I don't want a known slut.
With a capital.
Yeah, I don't want a known slut. So, I mean, no.
Wait, hold on, Lauren. Hold on. Let him finish.
Yeah. Because all that shit don't mean nothing to me. That's just jabber. But no, I don't want a known slut. No, absolutely not. I mean, but again, I don't ask.
Okay.
I don't ask. But what man of value wants somebody that his women done been all through the street with? No man of value wants a woman that. No man of value wants a woman that all the homies done had. Point blank, period.
Okay, well then say that. Don't say I don't slut because I could have been a slut in college, but it has no effect on you that I meet after the fact. I don't care.
I don't care if you were a slut in college. I don't want a slut.
That everybody knows. You know what I'm saying?
If you want to be listen, ma'am. If you want to be a slut, then go ahead and be a slut. But most men don't want. Most real men don't want sluts.
It's nobody's business. As long as you're not bringing it to the next dude for some shit.
Then go be a slut, Lauren. I don't care. Do you? I don't go be a slut. But no, when it comes to the question, no.
Let's take it easy on the personal attack.
Right, let's. Well, she's saying she's getting upset. I said if she wants to be a slut, then she can go be a slut. I don't care.
I think
okay, this is not a personal thing. This was just me asking you to choose your words.
It's not personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. But you can't tell me how to talk either. If you want to be a slut, if you want to be a slut.
One at a time.
Everybody. But don't generalize women as, oh, I don't want a slut. What do you consider a slut?
Nobody's generalizing.
Your standard of being a slut. And what
nobody's generalizing.
Can I have a printout of every dick you sucked in 1998? Like, come on.
Lauren, listen. If you want to be a slut, then go ahead. I have no problem with that. We are in the modern era. Modern women are free. Go ahead. I have no issue with that.
That's not my point. My point is that you're generalizing the situation. Like, I'm never going to be with a slut. What's your definition of a slut? What do you know about a woman's past enough to judge her that you won't be with her because she's a slut? She might be the woman of your dreams.
I think the issue is
she's a slut. She's not.
Y'all have two different definitions. Y'all have two different versions. Like
the definitions don't even really matter. That's the issue. The definitions don't matter. Like someone else's standards is their standards, and I think what's so annoying is that we're trying to pretend as though people don't view our actions a certain way, or people can't sense certain things based on our actions. Like we have a reputation, and this is funny because there's this woman named Anna Bay, and she runs what's called the School of Affluence. It's a finishing school, and she actually talked about sex and women that want to have sex in an elegant way is what she says. And she says, do it, be you, but be smart about it. You know, she's like, the only advice I would give you is to make sure that if you want to be an HOE, that you're a smart one and that the whole world doesn't know that you are. You know, because your reputation matters. And that's not the advice that I would take necessarily. But at the same time, there are women that want to do certain things with their bodies. And she's saying that if you want this type of man, because she's not going after the average man, if you want this type of man, maybe you should consider being smart with how you sleep with men. Go ahead, have a different man every night, but try and make sure that your reputation doesn't get tarnished while you do this. I think that's what he's saying, is that if you are an SLUT, that the whole world doesn't know that you're one. That you can be proud in whatever you want to do, let your freak flag fly, but keep your freak flag in the corner of your own house behind a curtain.
100%.
What? Can you please clip her saying, let your freak flag fly?
I swear.
We haven't.
Hey, so here's the thing to kind of elaborate more on what I'm talking about. I'm not going to ask you. But if you fuck around and tell me, then just hang to it. So if you say 2, I didn't ask you. You didn't have to volunteer the information. You had better well fucking, that's what it better be. Because if goddamn 5 and 6 come out 5 years down the road, we got a problem. Because you're a liar.
What about 30? What if she said 30, John?
I don't care about that. Okay, I'm 47. And a woman who tell me they got a body count and she over 25 and that motherfucker says motherfucker is under 30 or less, I'm gonna question that shit. I'm gonna question that. Because I'm looking at high school, I'm looking at college. You mean to tell me you went 5 years and you ain't fuck at all? Bitch, you know. You think I am? I can do fucking basic math, nigga. And you ain't been in no fucking serious relationships in the last 6 years. So for 6 years, you ain't fucked at all. Get the fuck out of here. Maybe. It's possible. Highly improbable, but it's possible. And on very distinct cultural circumstances. And I do mean cultural.
I don't think sluts are a bad thing. I think sluts are very vital for society.
They are very much needed for single niggas.
Men need practice till they get to the woman they love.
There you go.
Till they get to their real woman that they love, they're gonna treat. So yes, sluts serve a purpose. So ladies,
they serve a
this
good
is
purpose.
all the ladies that want to be sluts.
Wow.
Go be sluts if you want to do that.
Just don't get recorded. Do not get recorded because X videos is real.
If that's what you want to do, we in 2021.
Do you think there's some women that just they truly just don't want to be in a monogamous relationship, or do you think that happens over a time of just kind of being with someone and just kind of getting hurt over and over, that you just kind of jaded from relationships?
I think a lot of people are jaded. And it affects them every day moving forward. It's all personal preference. But a lot of people can come out of something the way they lived at and then be like, you know what? It's not fulfilling. You know, I want to be monogamous with one person. That happens, I guess.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, do you think people step in, like, do you guys think that most people want to be in a relationship in a monogamous relationship for the rest of their life?
Most men don't.
I think the thought of it is always nice, but the reality of it is a little shy.
A little shy? What do you mean by that?
Like, you know, everybody has this thought of, well, not everybody, you know, but most people have a thought of, you know, spending and sharing their time with someone for the long haul, not wasting it, not having to move on after it doesn't work out or whatever. Like, I think everybody wants to put their best foot forward and stick it out, but I just think it's a little shy from reality. I don't feel like a lot of people, not everybody, I don't feel like a lot of people are built to just stick it out through better or for worse.
Ooh.
Men are not built for it, for the most part.
Some women aren't either.
Yeah, some women aren't either, but a lot of men are just not built for that monogamous relationship, and I'm starting to come to that conclusion.
Right, you know, it's just a
We
matter
hunt.
of how you can, your inner beast.
Okay. So let's since we got to this portion, let's drop this question. Leaving a marriage is an immature thing to do.
I'm hitting my buzzer on this.
Start us out. Go ahead. Leaving a marriage is an immature thing to do.
No, it is not. It's a mature thing to do. You have to choose yourself first. If you're not happy, you can't make your partner happy. Why be miserable and drag somebody else out of misery for years because a piece of paper bounded you together? Not everybody can make it last forever. Some people can. And I had great examples of that growing up in my life. And I always believed in it until I lived it. And it wasn't, for me, I couldn't do it. I wanted to be happy. I wasn't happy. So that's it, you know? Not everybody is built that way. Not everybody wants to. They want to fight. They want to make their partners happy. They want to feel that. They want to keep trying to reconnect and do it for 50, 60 years. I'd rather have a good time. That was my choice. So no, I don't think it's immature. I think it's a mature thing to do if it's for you.
CJ. So I don't know when you have to go, so go for it.
Oh, I'm good for a while. But no, I don't think it's immature to leave a marriage. I think a lot of people stay in marriages, even if it's to their detriment, just to say they're married. And I think that is the most ass backwards thing to do. Or people will say,
I'm still agree.
Wait, hold on, Lauren. Hold on. Go ahead.
I think that's the most ass backwards thing to do. And people will say, well, I'm staying for the kids and everything like that. He can be a good co-parent from his home, and she can be a good co-parent from her home. It can work. But the thing is, a lot of people are just scared of being by themselves, too, at the end of the day. And listen, I understand why some women stay. I get it. I truly get it. It's not that many men out here. You know what I'm saying? Women outnumber men by a lot. A lot of dudes is broke. You know, I get it. But I don't think it's immature to leave. No, absolutely not. Especially if the person did wrong. I think it's immature to stay in something that's toxic to your health. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle?
No, I don't think it's immature. I think you should do what you need to do for yourself.
So even when there's kids, like this is blanket statements of the whole panel, even when there's kids involved, you still think you should step out of that situation.
If you are not happy, you should leave.
Especially
not a reason to stay.
Especially when kids are involved.
And not an example of what their relationship would be like in the you're doing more damage when there are kids involved. I didn't have kids involved, so it was a little easier for me to move on. If I had a child with my ex-husband, I might have thought differently because of the child. But again, I don't believe that's healthy for the child mostly.
Chris.
I do sometimes. I think someone has a TV or something on in the background.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I do sort of now. I think that people get divorced like crazy nowadays. And I don't think they're getting divorced because of all the reasons they say they are. I think a lot of people get divorced nowadays because they put the responsibility of their happiness on the other person, and they think removing that person is going to bring back their happiness when the real issue is you. So they divorce their husbands or their wives, thinking that that person was the source of their unhappiness. But really, it was their fault. And it's like you could have healed a lot. You could have healed your marriage if you would have just taken care of yourself and taken accountability for the crap person you were in that relationship. And it really bothers me. Like it truly bothers me when I see so many people get divorced and then they come back saying, well, if I had just done this sooner, maybe I would still be with that person, because they really weren't that bad. They were just trying to help me. But I was in such an awful place, an awful mindset that I didn't accept the help. It's sad. You know, people get divorced so easily, and I understand wanting to put yourself first, but a lot of times you're putting yourself first, but you were the issue. And that other person wasn't the problem.
Wow, good.
I love that. I really love that.
That was
a really good, like, yeah.
This hit home for Chris. This was the biggest flow Chris ever had.
No, I love that. It really gave me a good. Yeah. Thank you.
That was so great, Chris. That was wonderful. Beautifully said.
Living marriage is an immature thing to do, though. Yeah, I mean, who didn't go? Oh, you guys went, right?
No.
You didn't go?
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. It's not immature. I'm joking. It is. You need to be able to, like, why did you get the person in the first place? Do a better job of picking. And when you're in a marriage, why are you wanting to get a divorce? Like Chris said, or who's the problem? Can you identify things that you did in the relationship? Even when I do marriage coaching, I ask them in one-on-one sessions, what is it that you don't like about this person? What is it that you don't like in your relationship? And what fault did you play in you feeling like how you want to leave it? Or what fault did you play? You said they treat you like this. What fault did you play in them treating you like that? What was your fault on it? What did you do? What was your part? I always ask those questions. And then that's when they start to shift a little bit. And then when I bring them in there together, then that's when we start doing different things. Like right now, things that they like about the other one, that things that they don't like. And then they confront this and they put it on the table and I mediate. And then they talk about it. And a lot of times, so far, they've been able to come to a resolve. All because someone was mediating it. Someone was making them stand 10 toes down in this, because you develop a faulty way of thinking, a victim mindset. That's why when you're choosing, you got to watch a victim mindset, because a victim will always play a victim. Always, under every circumstances, they're going to be a victim. You try to hold them accountable, they're going to give you 15 fucking reasons why they're the victim. And for me, it burns my ass. Like, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. Just, I'm holding you accountable. Accept the accountability stand 10 toes down and shut the fuck up about it. And let's move on. Because in about an hour, I'll forget about it. But if you keep playing fucking victim, I'm not going to forget about it. And I'm going to keep pointing out how much a fucking victim you are and how much a fucking part you played in this. So leaving a marriage. Before you just don't leave a marriage, bro. Don't get married. Marriage ain't dating. Why are you getting married? You just want to say you're married? Just like that dude in the reaction that we never really reacted to. I guess I'm the only one picked up on this. This nigga has got that woman because he has no fucking self-esteem. Any nigga let a woman just fuck whoever she want to fuck and you keep her, you have a low fucking self-esteem and you know you can't, or you feel like you cannot get nobody else that can match her. We are visual. And she's cute. So that's his trophy. And he would rather lower his self-esteem as a fucking man and let Willie, Michael, Tommy, and whoever else you want to fuck beat that thing up. And she leaning all over me, and now he's like this. No, bruh. You got yourself a dude who has no fucking self-esteem about him at all. Period.
So she won. Then.
Hell yeah, she walking right all over him like a dog.
So would it be immature?
Because he's a nice fucking guy.
So would it be immature if he left?
Huh?
Would it be immature if he left?
Hell no. In that situation, no. He needs to leave because he's getting fucked over.
But what if
all of it depends on the situation?
What if his kids involved?
Bro, come on. You know I got 2 boys in there, and I'm not with their mom. I don't give a shit about them kids in that relationship. I'm leaving. I'm out.
Well, that's.
But I wasn't married. But I'm out. But here's the point, though. Every situation is different. We've been down the road that I was telling you in the first place. I identified that we together are toxic, so we better off apart.
So
let me ask you understand what I'm saying? So every situation is completely different.
I have a question.
Because we're talking about leaving the marriage, and you know what? I honestly lost what I was going to say. So I think someone had that. I was going to say something, I lost it. So Chris.
I'm confused on how. So John, you were saying that you don't care about a woman's body count before you got together because of your high self-esteem, but during the relationship, you see it as if a man lets his woman continue to explore and build that body count, that's a sign of low self-esteem.
I got you. Absolutely. Because see, who you fucked before you met me ain't got shit to do with me. But you're not fucking a damn soul while you're with me, or you can be free as a bird and fuck them all you want to, and you don't need me. Because that connection is totally different. Nothing the same at all. That man has a very low self-esteem. To think that you'll let this woman go out here and get that shit all messed up and then come back in here to you? Like, here's the question I want to ask. Why is it okay? Why are you accepting this? And why do you feel like you should accept this when 96% of the fucking men out there, because cuckolds only be up 4% make up cuckolds, because that's what he is. He's a cuckold. He either likes to watch, likes to hurt a videotape, or he likes to watch it fucking live. So that's the sexual fetish of his. So why do you have that sexual fetish? Where did you get this behavior from? All of these things that go against natural male behavior, he is exhibiting. So why is that? Why? Okay.
So what if he says all the women I've dated before her were unattractive because those are my options.
Right.
She came into my circle and she is a 10 in my eyes.
Right.
But in order for me to have this 10, I have to let her freak flag fly.
Exactly.
Is that still
exactly? And you just said it. When you said all the women I ever dated and every woman I'm probably gonna date after that, that lets me know you have a very fucking low self-esteem. If I gotta fucking travel, if I have to go out of town, if I have to go to a whole fucking other country, I ain't fixing to put up with no woman, Tom, Dick, and fucking Harry, and period. Like, no. That's why you don't see a whole lot of women with multiple husbands, but you see a man with multiple wives, because it'll be some murder going around this motherfucker. Yeah, multiple. I'm telling you, when we get a woman, whether a man want to fucking claim it or not or whatever, your fucking animal nature comes the fuck out. You possess that woman. That's yours. How the fuck you gonna protect something you don't fucking think is yours? If she ain't yours, you'll never stand up for her ass. Ever. Like, I ain't with him. I hope a nigga come slap you tonight. I'm gonna see if you say them same things. See if you say it then. But then she get popped in the goddamn face. But if you possess her, you immediately, I'm talking about, it is the first time I ever stood up for a girl. I'm telling you, I was like young. Man, she done fucked around and gave me some. And we went to Freaknik. And only people a certain age know what Freaknik is. But we was there. This motherfucker grabbed her hand. And I didn't even fucking think. I'm like, I slapped this motherfucking hand before I turned around. And this bitch, like 6'8", 350, played on Georgia motherfucking football team, Omega Psi Phi. And I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, don't be touching my motherfucking girl like that. And then I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, Jesus, if he hit me, he gonna break everything. I was young. I was about 20, 21. I'm like, God damn. And I was like 205 pounds. But he had respect. He's like, my bad, little bro. I'm like, I ain't say shit else. I'm like, this nigga, he giving me a pass. He let me have some face in front of my girl. So I was like, bet. And I walked off like, but in my mind, I'm like, God damn, this shit is strong. She should have never gave me no shit like this. This is, woo! It was just instinct, just happened. Because I felt like this is mine. Mine. Just like you give a dog a bone, try to take the motherfucker back. See what happens. He gonna bite your ass. Why? Because it's his.
Let's get Japrice in here. Unless Chrissy, I didn't get the follow-up question.
Japrice?
No.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Japrice.
Hi, I'm off camera right now.
What up?
I just had like a really small, quick question to John. Then I'm gonna hop off.
Well, y'all is picking on me tonight.
I'm just a bit confused because you say that the body count doesn't matter, right? But then in that scenario that you gave with the, I don't know if it's a husband and wife or whatever, but it's like, what do you think that body count does matter? Because when that happens, when she cheats on you, she's sleeping around with whoever, it's why would it be such a shock? And why wouldn't the body count matter? Because if she's doing that, it shouldn't be a surprise to you.
Nah, that's what I was telling. Damn, you know y'all cousins, boy. God, y'all asked me the same shit in different times. Okay, so what she did, let's say I met this girl, Nancy, right? Nancy, she cute, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we dating, we talking, da. I don't know Nancy body count, I'm never gonna fucking ask. I don't care. I really don't mind. I don't care. But then it comes up one day. Nancy said, well, you know, I've been with like 45 men. I'll be like, okay, that's cool. You ain't been with as many men as I've been with women, so I don't really care. That's cool. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm judging you on other things, on how we rock with each other. You ain't got no videos and no shit. I might say something like that. Ask her a couple of other questions if she's a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. If she wasn't no prostitute and no shit like that, I don't care. But after you with me, nah, bruh. You cheat, I catch you, I'm out. It's just that simple. We ain't got shit to talk about. Because I'm gonna physically not respond to you sexually. I've been through this, so I know I can speak on this. I've been cheated on. I didn't want to believe it. Like people was telling me, but I couldn't catch it. You know what I'm saying? So you telling me is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I had homeboys telling me, yo, I seen your girl. Like, man, come on, bro, stay in your lane. And finally, them niggas started bringing me evidence. Like you working a lot, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro, something ain't right. And then finally, I catch it. I come home, I see some shit I don't like, and everybody had to go at that point. You have to go. You got to go. We can't stay another night in the same house. I don't want you no more. I just don't. I do not. And for this dude to put up with his wife doing all this or whatever she is to him, however you see that, I wouldn't try to call her wife, but sleeping with every dude, I can't. You're like, you have to really evaluate yourself. Why would you put up with that? It's no different than you would ask a woman the same thing. if she had a dude who sleeps with everybody, girl, why do you put up with that? Because something's wrong with her. She feel like this is the best she can do. She can't do no better. That's the only, unless she letting her freak flag fly and she just tell you, look, girl, I like watching. I found out like a couple of times I just like to watch the way he do shit. And sometimes I play, oh, okay, well, girl, do you stay? But I don't think that's the case with that boy.
Can I ask Priest and Chris a question? So would y'all be willing to stay with husbands who are chronic cheaters? And do you feel like it would be immature of y'all to leave the relationship or the marriage just because y'all may have families involved? But these men are constant cheaters and they know you won't leave because you feel that way. Are you going to just stay in that or are you going to just let it rock or remove yourself?
We know he's cheating.
Mm-hmm. Chronic. Like you got solid evidence. You may have even caught him a couple of times. Like caught him. Like, you know what I mean when I say caught him. Like you fucking caught him. Like,
he told you
with some shit.
He
just told you. Yeah, he told you. What would you do? Well, don't everybody answer at once.
Well, honestly, I'm closest to all the women on the panel.
No, I already know how two of them feel. Lauren would cut his ass, and Danielle.
I'm sorry, what?
Lauren would cut his ass.
Did you
period.
cut him?
No, you would cut him. You cut him.
What cut him?
Yeah, Danielle the shooter.
Well, I was actually
or at least jump on him.
So.
But I was asking that question because I read a comment your priest made, and she said once the kids are involved, it's not about you anymore. So that's why I asked: are you willing to stay in a relationship with a man who is a chronic cheater just because you have kids? And you said he's not physically abusing you, he's not on any substance abuse, he just like fucking different women. Are you willing to endure that for 18 years?
Am I working in the situation? Or is he providing everything?
Okay, Christina, you gonna answer that first?
I'm asking that because I think.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Hold on, Lauren. Hold on. Chris, go ahead.
It depends, because at that point, my safety is at risk. You know, because you could catch something. I wouldn't sleep with him anymore. But.
So you need to leave at that point.
Or he would leave. One of us would be unhappy.
So you're gonna
let her talk her point.
So you're gonna divorce, right?
I don't fully know. I don't fully know. I think it's hard. I've never been cheated on, so it's hard for me to say. But I think it would depend still, on how much I know. I wouldn't sleep with him, so I don't think the marriage would last. But
or
it depends.
Still getting sex. So
So in that whole scenario, you only worried about if he's gonna bring you a disease, baby?
That's not all I'm worried about. But if you're thinking about it logically, that's like one of the biggest things is.
So your husband is chronically cheating on you, and you actually are you gonna think logically? You are?
I don't know. I was asked the question. Right now, I'm thinking logically. Like I said, I've never been cheated on. So I don't know how I would feel necessarily.
Betrayed, lied.
You got the question.
A whole lot of emotions come out of that, motherfucker.
I'm sure, yeah.
Like I needed some support when I found.
I wanted to.
Can Japrice answer? I really want to hear Japrice's answer.
Oh my God, CJ. Okay, so
got your ass.
So I would just say that I must have not vetted this man properly. So what I was thinking in that situation, him and I will have to come to some agreement. And if that agreement is broken, then yes, I'm out. Or him and I, or he's out.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Hold your horses. I'm gonna get there.
This is getting good.
So, so the agreement would be.
I saw.
Hold on. The agreement would be: you cannot publicly embarrass me.
Okay.
And there's no outside babies.
Absolutely.
But hold on.
So,
but you're taking care of everything else. And if
that
hold on, and any of those rules are broken, I think then I will be the divorce would
Can I
have
ask
to
you something,
come.
Capri?
But hold on. But
Still hold
in the
on.
midst of it, like, of course I have feelings, and of course I would
yeah.
be so hurt.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It probably wouldn't. It probably. I mean, I don't know, but just those two things. We will have to sit down and talk about it.
All right, let me throw a question.
I'm amenable.
Wait, stop. Japrice, are you still going to be sleeping with him?
I don't think so. No.
Shit.
No.
So now you're gonna
goddamn.
You're not gonna stay with him. You're not gonna stay with him. You're not going to. Well, he's gonna still be taking care of everything, but sexually, you're not going to be satisfied in that relationship. Then you're okay with that.
Nope.
I would believe so.
I think it depends.
I would believe
so. Sorry, Brie.
No. Go ahead.
I think it depends on how, because in some religions, some cultures, technically you can't marry again. So you either way, you're not going to be able to sleep with anyone again. I'm not saying I believe in that necessarily, but I think people prioritize sex differently in different relationships. And I don't know if your priest would never remarry.
Bro, if he getting it like that and he ain't paying for it, it means he got that ooh, he got that gift of gab, and she might not sleep with him often, but she gonna break down. She love you too, she gonna break down.
And Japrice, I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I wasn't trying to put you or Chris on the spot, but I just wanted to challenge your comment. That's it. I was just trying to challenge it. But I think that proves that women will make exceptions for high value men. For men that are providing, for men that are handling their business. I've had several women come on my show and said they will be one of many to exceptional high value men. So you can't just do that with just anybody. But that was my point. I wanted to prove that women will make exceptions for the right man. If he's the right man and he's bringing all the right attributes to the table. That was my point.
Yeah, I think what's hard in those types of questions is that you would set different boundaries. Like Japrice was saying, you would have different agreements, and those boundaries look different for different couples. In that situation, I think that at some point you can come to the conclusion that this person is the source of your unhappiness, and that you do have to flee, and consider your other options, I guess. But
go ahead, Lauren.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I actually wanted to defend the point that you started out with when you asked if you were working, because I have a friend who, is in a long-term marriage, has 3 kids, a home. She was a stay-at-home mom. Dude was a cheater and an asshole, not a good quality man. Other panelists have said, we could sacrifice for a well man. But because she didn't work, she had not worked in 10 years, she was staying home with her kids, she was kind of bound to that, even though she knew that, it'd be better off if she had moved on at that particular time. And also, that it doesn't make it right, but unfortunately, some women get put in situations where a man who is a caretaker and is very good at that and can provide can also be a fucking asshole, and you're dealing with it because you don't really have any other option, because you're giving up your life to be a mother and be a wife, and now when the shit hits the fan, you don't have a choice. You're bound to that by no choice. Some women have a choice, and if they're unhappy, they can leave, and they can co-parent, and they can be better, and they can survive. And some women don't. So I wanted to defend your question about am I working, because it does have relativity to it.
I do agree, but I do want to backtrack. Every woman has a choice, and you're weighing your options very heavily. But that idea of you don't have a choice, I see what you're saying. I'm not trying to completely destroy your argument, because I do agree, but you do have a choice. It's just when you weighed your benefits versus your costs, you see more benefits with staying.
Right.
And those are different for everybody, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I agree.
I want you guys to. Did anyone want to chime in on that? Because I want to play a little bit more of this.
Please.
Of this. So let's just do that real quick. Do me a favor, mute your mics. Fair use. Fair use.
Worried about liking it better with someone else. We don't get worried about that. We have a very secure relationship. We've been together for 17 years. And that's also where like the communication comes in when you're a swinger. You want to communicate all the time. If those things start to happen, if like feelings that are more than just having a crush on somebody starts to happen, you need to talk to your spouse about that. Okay, good question. So do you ever get jealous? Somebody said. I don't get jealous.
Yeah,
I have had like 2 instances where I've gotten irritated, but not jealous. I'm very secure in our marriage, and I'll let Mark answer if he gets jealous.
Hell yeah, you do.
At the time that I got jealous, she actually had a side piece, and mine
2 of
was
them.
kind of like ghosting me, and I was crazy, and so I just cut it off with her. So I had no side piece, but she did, and it kind of made me a little bit jealous.
We definitely put up.
You are completely on mute, CJ. And I missed everything you said.
Oh, I wasn't trying to be heard because I was saying some real reckless stuff. But
I really wanted to hear. I could tell.
Oh my God.
Now you're muted, CKQ. Come on, you guys.
Well, I got booted out again during the video. So
Oh man, you can't. Oh my God. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You missed that again, didn't you, Lauren?
Yeah, every time
the video
goes
come on, Steve gets booted.
Yeah. All right. Well, for next show, have a laptop if you can. Probably easy. But yeah. So what do you guys think of that?
Come on, I said what I thought. I ain't coming off of it. Especially after I saw what I saw and heard what I heard. Nah.
Two men. Wasn't it just
Bro,
one?
It don't even matter.
So back to cheating again.
Yeah, so the video was how they were talking about their lifestyle. Essentially, they got into this lifestyle because she kept cheating on him. So they decided, let's just become swingers.
They didn't decide shit. She decided.
He decided they're going to be swingers, and he accepted that they're swingers.
Right.
So he's desperate to do this.
Exactly.
He's desperate to hold on to this.
To probably
like this.
Do things that he never thought about or doesn't really want to do, but he's just trying to appease this because he wants because
he wants to keep this goddamn trophy like a good beta. Yeah. That's what he's doing.
You know what? I'm John all the way on this whole video, all the way.
Damn boy sitting over there like a little boy texting on the damn phone. Hey, she's probably gonna fuck somebody tonight. You sure you're gonna make it, right? You don't stand me up, please. I'll send you $500. I can't be here by myself. Because if she's fucking and I'm not, I'm gonna get real fucking mad.
Well, it'd be like people who ask for threesomes when they're in relationships, you know, to spice it up. And then what? You come for the next bitch? Fuck out of here. I'm out. No. Like, it's too much. Like, why put that on people?
Okay. There's a video that I wanted to show, but clearly, Lauren, you're probably not going to see it. So I'm going to pose the question first, and then we're going to do the video, and because you're probably going to drop out, and then we're going to do it all over again.
Hopefully not. I'm shut.
Getting a prenup before marriage is going in with bad faith. Getting a prenup before a marriage is going in with bad faith. Danielle?
No, I think it's smart. I think before either one of y'all get mad, and y'all are most in love. That's when you're going to be most logical and giving. So if you're going to do a prenup, I think it's smart because that's when that both of y'all will be most fair at that point. But in the end, depending on how it ends, that woman might go nuts. You know?
It's never the men.
No, it's being too.
There's some men.
No.
Predominantly.
But dominantly, by 90-some% is women.
But that's because women aren't predominantly the breadwinner. But when they are, yes, those men also go nuts. So yes, a prenup is smart.
It's not. There's no doubt it's smart. But I think you're going in with bad faith. Yeah, you planning to fail.
You planning to fail? That's going with bad
faith?
Yeah,
you planning to fail. Yeah, you planning to fail. You setting up your you planning to fail. You can look at it from a business mind and say, okay, when you write an exit strategy into a business plan, are you planning for it to fail? Yeah, you're not planning for it to fail in that. What you're trying to do
when you're in business to protect your assets.
Okay, exactly. Well, I understand what you're saying, but here's the thing: you worried about your assets, get married in a non-50% state, because the divorce has got to go. It has to be in the state in which you was married. Can't no other state grant you a divorce except for that state. So get married in a fucking non-50% state where the shit is not automatic. Like the state I live in, the shit is not automatic. Period. Yeah, it's no fucking 50%. You leave with what you came with. That's our state.
Okay, so that's not true though, because they just got a divorce on that fucking show and she raped his ass. This nigga is fucking destitute, okay? That show that's in your town.
Man, that's a damn scripted show.
She went to go see that lawyer and she hooked herself up. This bitch still got everything and he has nothing.
But that's most marriages that end like the woman.
But that's the reality of their marriage that happened in your city. And we watched that shit.
Right.
We watched her go to the lawyer and figure out how to do what the fuck she needed to do.
Right.
No.
But we live and by law in the real world, not reality, that this motherfucker here is a non-50% state. Your ass ain't getting no half of shit. Like
she got more than half.
Right. That was because on that show. And it boosts the ratings because people love to see that drama. But in Alabama, you ain't getting half of shit. You leave with what the fuck you came with. Like, period. And the women here try to hold on to your ass hopes.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But it wasn't just because of that. It was because
hold on.
The law that y'all got is like if he cheated or something.
Hold on, Danielle.
He did.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's different. If you can prove he cheated, it's
guys, stop. Let everyone else hop in. CJ.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm probably the wrong person to ask this question because I don't believe in legal. I don't believe in legal marriage, so I don't believe in getting the state involved in your marriages and all that stuff. So, but if I was on that tip, then yeah, I think it's very smart to get a prenup. But I don't put the state in my business, so yeah. We jump in a broom over here. Commitment ceremonies, all that stuff. No legal marriage over here.
Jump in the broom. Okay.
Yeah.
Lauren? Getting a prenup before marriage is going in with bad faith.
Yeah, no, I just think that I actually agree. I'm sorry, is it CJ? The power nurse? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. I just wanted to agree with you that, like, that whole state thing, for me, it was just a change of name form. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that it's necessary. If you commit, you commit for the long haul. However, a prenup is necessary if you're coming in, if you're a wealthy person, if, you know, like, listen, I came into my marriage having everything. I took it from his mama's house. I didn't need a fucking prenup, so I didn't have much. But when I left with everything I came in with. But he did try to take my dog in the air fryer, which were the most important things to me. So yeah, prenup is definitely important if you want to protect yourself. I don't think it's a distrust thing. I don't think it's you don't believe in it. but the long haul. But it's just a protection thing because fucking shit happens, and you don't know. Like shit happened to me. I didn't expect to ever be divorced, but shit happens. You know, I didn't need the protection, but I think that it's good to have it. You know, it's just a self-worth thing.
Okay. Chris.
Sorry, I mean cashew brittle, and it's the best stuff ever. Sorry, can you repeat the question? I got distracted by the brittle.
Yeah, no problem.
It's so good. I'm there.
A prenup before a marriage is going in with bad faith.
Okay, no, not at all. And I don't really understand why people think this. You should treat your marriage like you treat any other investment. You should treat it even highly than you treat any other investment. It's very similar to like getting insurance in your home. It's like maybe you're a good cook, but sometimes when you're rushing, you forget you're boiling eggs and you leave your house and you don't know. You don't buy the house expecting to burn it down, but stuff happens, you know? So I definitely think people should get prenups. And this is an area that I've worked in. I've worked with people that were very, very well off, and they all planned for this because they had to. They built entire empires before they married this person, and they know what the risk is. You never know fully who you're marrying. And so you should definitely protect yourself. And it doesn't matter how much you have, even if you're just protecting your air fryer and your puppy, protect it. Because you never know. You never know. So, yeah, I completely support prenuptial agreements. I think that they're necessary. And I don't think it's a sign that your marriage is going to fail. I think it's a sign that you're being strategic and you should always be 2 steps ahead. And if you can be 2 steps ahead together, that's even better.
Okay. Japrice, welcome to the panel.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hi. I'm back with my camera on. So, you said so the prenup thing. Yeah, I believe I'm for it. Especially like nowadays. I think it's more popular nowadays. So yeah, I'm all for it. I just wanted to ask CJ something. No. How about this? Can I just wait until I don't want to I don't want to move the conversation, so I'll just wait to the end to like where you save anybody like.
Gotcha. Have I got there? John, did John not go yet? John hasn't went yet, right? He did? Did you go, Danielle?
Yes, me and John was going back and forth, remember? And you stopped us.
Yes. Because you guys were having a whole tangent on it was about to go left. All right, Japrice, yeah, go ahead. Ask away.
Well, to the panel, of course. Anybody can answer, but why does he not believe in getting the state involved in his marriage when the state is involved with everything else? I don't understand that. Like in this day and age, 2021, you need the state involved in your marriage. Like maybe back in the day you didn't, and jumping the broom was totally okay. But it's just like, and marriage is just like everything else, like a driver's license. Like you need proof that you are married if you want, I don't know, the benefits that come with it. You will need proof that you're married.
Okay. CJ said he'll be back in like 5 minutes, but I'm gonna go out on a whim on what he thinks here. A lot of the times, courts, marriage, and child custody courts don't favor men. So why would he want to get the law involved with something that's going to favor the woman if anything ever went sour? Even if it was the woman.
It's an agreement. Always favor the woman.
It's just a court. It's just you're just going to get, it's a proof of what you've done. I don't believe like in that aspect. But I do understand, like, as far as like divorce and child custody and stuff. But as far, I've read something. I've met this lady, and she works. Totally forgive me. I do not know where I forgot what she works. I have her little card. We've been talking, and she said that when you have a child out of wedlock, that child belongs to the state. It doesn't actually belong to you and your partner that you had a child with, because you guys aren't married. I don't know if any of you guys knew that.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
So the child is the state's.
When you've had that child out of wedlock.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why, marry before you carry. But it still doesn't really make much sense, though. It's your
Is that
child.
everywhere or just where you at?
I think.
Yeah, what state are you?
I didn't.
Because here, when my child was born, my first 2 babies, I was not married.
Mm-hmm.
So when my babies were born, they were baby Ritas. They carried my name and they belonged to me. I didn't need any papers to say that they was my child. They were mine. However, my husband needed a paper to say that they were his children.
Mm-hmm. I
didn't need anything. They were mine.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's maybe what. Okay, so that's what I mean. Like, they belong to you, but not the
man.
Not the man if he's not married to you. So
until he signs that, but he can sign that birth certificate.
Yeah. So the child would be the state would be the child's father.
Do you think that's healthy?
I'm trying to say.
Do you think that's good? Do you think that's good for actually bringing those kids up into like a functioning, as well functioned as you can kind of household? The fact that the guy has to go, the fact that the guy has to go through hoops to be the father versus
they don't know anything about what's going on, and he's never even had to present that paper. It was just in the courts they pointed it out, like we had it was like a child support court or something. So they was like, okay, well, this is your baby. You signed the child support, so you got legal rights over the baby or whatever. But if something was to happen to the child, you need to have this paper to show that you have rights to approve something for this child. I don't think that got nothing to do with the child brought up in a good home.
But that's why I was saying that to Japrice's point, which is, Jesus, my memory is shot right now. Yeah, I'm just not pulling it together right now.
I don't know how, even though they said that though, like I said, he's taken them to the hospital and made decisions for them, and they've never asked for this paper. So even though they told us that, I don't know who actually go by that. Like they actually have his name. Like my child is his junior, literally.
So what I was trying to say was, Japrice, that's why it wouldn't make sense to try to get the courts involved. Because even with kids, law-wise, the guy doesn't really have much say. But if you keep the law out of it, you can do whatever the hell you want. If you guys know, if both of you know you're gonna stick with each other, do thick and thin, then why do you need the law there?
Because there's always a margin of error. You always need room for error. Like, I think you have, again, you're weighing benefits and costs. There's quite a few benefits you get out of marrying somebody versus not marrying them. Because not sharing that person's last name can create issues. And this can be for anybody, not just people who are married. Like, I remember when I tried to use my mom's credit card, I was with my sister, and they have different last names, my mom and my sister. And my sister tried to show her ID to use my mom's credit card, and they said, no, you can't because you have different last names. Imagine if that was like a spouse. Like, even something as simple as that. Like, you live with this person, but you can't even use their credit card in an emergency.
Why wouldn't you just make them an authorized user then, so they can have their own card?
Well, that's, yes. But I'm just an example. Like, something as simple as your last name's not matching can create issues. Yeah, but it makes it, having same last name can make things more seamless.
We can't hear you, Lauren. You sound so like far away.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to plug in. I was dying. No, when I got married, I only signed like my New York legal license to change my name to his, but I never changed my social or my license.
That's where I'm at right
So
now.
I used both. I didn't have any problem when I separated from my husband. I just changed everything back to my maiden name, and everything, like, it's not an issue because I didn't do it like with Social Security and whatever. So I don't really think it's like a last name privilege thing.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, I will agree that it is beneficial. Like if you're talking health benefits.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because I have a
That's
friend.
actually pretty good.
Her father just
So
say that again.
my friend.
I never had. I was paying for everything, so I took care of my own benefits and everything. So I didn't need a beneficial last name. My last name was beneficial to me already.
Oh, because you're the breadwinner.
You keep jumping in and out, but Jafreeze, go ahead.
I have a friend. Her father just passed actually today. She was in the what do you call it? She was in the position to either pull the plug or not pull the plug. But her father has been dating Sonia, which is her stepmom, for so long they have not been married. But Sonia was not able to make the decision. But it was up to the daughter. And Sonia was so upset and so sad because she wanted Uncle Mark to recipes Uncle Mark. She wanted him to she wanted to give it a chance. But his daughter is the one who said no, let's just go ahead and pull the plug. So it was like a whole back and forth because they weren't married. She wasn't able to even have that chance how she wanted, or have that decision because they're not married.
And then so for that, as a nurse, you would just need DPOA, which Chris and his girlfriend have. So nobody in either one of them of their families can speak for them. They are each other's legal representative.
What's that called?
It's a power of attorney.
Power of attorney.
And a medical power of attorney. So it doesn't matter like that they're not married. They do have that say over each other. And then as far as the benefits, like with medical benefits, like I haven't changed my name to my husband's last name, but he's still able to give me benefits. And they never
because you're married. That's because you're married.
But they never
his name was just like a small thing.
They never asked for like any proof that we're married.
Oh, that's weird.
You said Chris. I forgot. CJ. You always say Chris. It always throws me off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was sitting here thinking like Chris. Chris is right there. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know that?
Because I can't call him no high value nurse or no CJ. Like that is not his name.
But I guess it goes back to the point of you still have to get the state involved somehow to even to get a POA.
Yep.
So I guess goes back and forth.
Yeah.
You win some, lose some. I guess give and take.
Yeah. I think really. I mean, he not here to say. So I'm not even gonna say because he's not here to say.
Well, that is actually going to be the end of the. Actually, you know what? Let's go through this real quick. Since Lauren, her battery died, I want you guys to watch this real quick. Quick reaction, and then we're going to call it a night. Do me a favor. Mute your mics. Fair use.
Remember the preacher, y'all. Remember the preacher. When I say, oh, I ain't getting married, Steph was like, she ain't signed a prenup. What the fuck? What we even here for? I'm like, yeah, dog, I ain't doing it. The preacher steps up. He's like, hold on. The preacher says, hold on. I look at them like, he said, this is what he said. He said, now hold on. I know you love this girl. Don't make a drastic decision. I think you should just let God handle it. I say, huh? I think you should just let God handle it. Me, as a pastor, I don't believe in prenups. Nah, I know why she was fighting for you. You don't believe in prenups. Now it all makes sense. I ain't getting married. Damn what you believe in. I put everything in God's hand. And God is telling me to put the pen in her hand and make her sign this goddamn prenup before I get married. That's what God's telling me. So God telling me and you two different things, partner. As that's going on, Steph Marbury grows crazy. Hell nah. No, we ain't doing it. Hell no, it ain't going on. Steph go crazy. Mike Bibby walks. Are you serious, Steve? Fuck out of here. Everybody, no. Bruh, this preacher has the nerves to sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes and try to convince me that God told that he don't believe in prenups, so I shouldn't believe in them. Listen, bro, we ain't in the same tax bracket, first of all. You know what I'm saying? Bam. So now.
So that was the original video behind the prenup question. His wife, he wanted to marry her. He truly actually really did love her. For 6 months prior, he's been telling her, like, hey, listen, sign the prenup, sign the prenup, sign the prenup. And she's like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. This was wedding day now that he's talking about. And she was fighting him tooth and nail to try to get this pastor too, I guess, to wed them. And, you know, in the end of the day, he still didn't get married to her. It's actually a kind of sad story because he was completely destroyed about it. Like, he really, truly did love this woman. But the fact that she did not want to sign the prenup was like, I don't know about all that. So would that still be going on with bad faith? Or that's just him covering his assets at that point?
Man, if I didn't told you for 6 months that you need to sign this prenup and you going forward and planning this thing and you haven't signed and then at the very end you trying to go for it without signing this prenup, you on some bullshit, okay? And I don't fucking trust you right now. Cause what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, no.
All right. Jabrice, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with what Danielle said. I think it was kind of sketchy. That she held out until the actual wedding day, right? Is that what she did?
Yeah.
Wedding day. A couple hours before the wedding.
It just seems pretty sketchy. Like, you know, I'm not saying that is her main reason for getting married to him, but it just seems. So I don't believe it's like, you know, stepping out in bad faith or however you see it. I believe he has the right. He had the right to feel the way he felt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. John, what do you think?
I mean, his situation, yeah, she's sketchy as fuck. You feel me? Like, she's sketchy. she did all that. That's sketchy as fuck right there. But I still maintain my position.
That is still going on with bad faith, huh?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this, bro.
Even in a scenario like that.
Watch this. That's just fucking.
I mean,
every red flag nigga in the world is going off. Like, she is trying to hurry your ass up. Come on, Mary. Fuck that prenup. Let's just go. No, ma'am. I need you to slow down, ma'am. But look at it like this. You want her to sign a prenup, or you want him to sign a prenup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you want him to or her to wear a chastity belt too?
How's that?
It's all about trust. So what? It's all about trust. Why you marrying somebody you don't fully trust? Because this is all about trust. Because just because you got money, that don't mean if she really, really loves you, y'all just don't get along. Y'all could talk it out and say, look, I'm not gonna fuck with your shit. unless you, even if I'm mad, you can go. I'm gonna go my way and whatever. But if we got kids, no, it has happened several times. There's a lot of people don't get them fucking prenups because I know a lot of people will not sign one. I'll find a whole nother man. Fuck you and your money. A lot of women, the motherfuckers just don't sign them prenups. That's a fairy tale. That's a big deal. When you present that motherfucker, it's a big fucking deal. The first thing gonna come out her mouth is, "You don't trust me."
You don't trust me?
Exactly. Yep. Hell yeah. Yep. First thing gonna come out her mouth is, "You don't trust me." And so why are you having her sign a prenup? Are you gonna what you want her to wear a chastity belt too? You don't trust her. So why don't you make her lock that shit up when you ain't nowhere around? When you go out of town, put a metal fucking thing on. She can only have a piss and have a mistress. You locked your money up. Lock the coochie up too, hell. Oh, it's not attached to you. You don't really care. She can get that motherfucker away. Just don't fuck with my money. Not only do you not trust her, money means more than she does. So as a woman, I wouldn't even marry this motherfucker. Like, period. Stop looking at shit, fantasizing you in it, and find a nigga that you can be with without all this extra. Because if you think being with a rich nigga is everything is cut up to be, you are sadly fucking mistaken. Because most of them, all the ones I know, they do care more about their fucking money than you. Period. That's the way they think. You ain't fixing to have access to that money like you think you are. Not at all. You're not fixing to be able to go out and do whatever the fuck you want. Not at all. Not gonna work like that. You are much better off just finding a nigga who really don't know nothing about money, but he make a lot of it, and he's willing to spend it on you. Cause a rich dude, he don't even, his mind ain't like that. He'll buy you what he wants you to have, but you ain't fixing to go out and buy what you think you're gonna get. He'll give you an allowance that he won't miss, off some interest that he done gain. And if that's all you want out of a marriage, go with his ass. But you're in for a sad motherfucking day if you think it's fixing to be like Little House on the Prairie, and except this man got a whole lot of money. You crazy as hell.
If she's coming in with that kind of mindset, though, why is it bad for him to also come in with that mindset? Like, if she's coming,
why are y'all in together
trying to get the bag? Like, why should he not think I'm trying to protect my bag?
So why don't you just leave this bitch alone, leave that nigga alone, and go find somebody else? You, sir, need to find a bitch with a bag. You, ma'am, you need to go find you an average nigga. Oh, average nigga. Well, prenup, it don't matter. If you take $10 from his ass, he's looking crazy. And just a divorce, he can't even pay for the motherfucker right now. Y'all got to split it. Find that dude. Find that dude.
Chris.
I wouldn't be offended.
No, I think it's a misconception that prenups have to be a big deal. I also think that people forget that the other party has options with a prenup. Like, he gave her 6 months in advance. That's enough time for you to read it and then have markups and say, this doesn't work for me.
Right.
Let's call a lawyer.
Right.
And let's reconsider this and let's sit down and let's figure out something that works for both of us.
Right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that
at all.
I think the issue is that I don't see it as any different. Like, for example, I plan to have quite a few kids. I'm going to have a will so my kids know who gets what. Because even though I trust my children, I still know that after I pass away, they may have some issues dividing up my wealth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's insurance. It's like you don't buy a house planning for it to burn down, but you still have insurance just in case you didn't turn the stove off or your AC malfunctions or who knows, like things happen. Things happen. I don't think there's any issue. I don't think all prenups look the same. It's not if we get divorced, you get nothing. Right. That's not how it works at all. There are certain things you put in there. For example, for the question that CJ asked Japrice and I, you can even include stuff like that in the prenup. Like if you have an affair, what will this look like? What will I get? Because if you mess up, you're not going to screw my life over. You know, you're not going to screw over the kids' lives. Like you put these things in there, you plan ahead. I don't think that it's bad faith. I think it's
good planning.
People have free agency to make whatever decision they want to make, and people make mistakes.
I agree. It's good planning for bad picking.
It's good planning.
I mean, you could probably never use that dang on prenup.
Yeah.
You can never get a divorce.
Maybe
you can absolutely stay with this person.
Right.
Exactly. That's why we have audits. Like, you're an investor. Would you invest in a company that hasn't been audited before?
No.
A public company? No. After what happened in the 90s? No, you wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
You wouldn't. And what happened in the 90s is what led to the SEC doing what they do now. And now we're like, thank God for auditing, because these people are fraudulent and they're crooked.
Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff with all the money.
Exactly. No matter how much you love Elon Musk, he can still do some sneaky stuff.
He do some sneaky shit. He manipulates that market every chance.
I think that people, when they hear prenup, they think of it like, if we divorce, she's not getting anything. Yeah. And I don't think that's the case, because I don't believe in my right mind that a man with common sense would not just would leave his ex-wife with nothing, especially if there's children involved. I think it's just to limit off things what she can and cannot have. Like, you cannot have, this trust fund, or you cannot have this pot of money, because it is something that, I built on my own, or whatever the case may be. But I think that people have like this bad like narrative of what an actual
prenup is.
Yeah.
Japrice, did you want to ask CJ, since he's here now?
Yeah.
You want to pick a fight with him?
Yeah, I want to pick a fight with you. No. No, but I don't know if you guys all read Maine Levy's comment. He said, in that case, no marriage, and just jump the broom. In like the case of that guy, whoever that guy is, whoever the guy on the video was. But I wanted to ask, like, why don't you want to stay in? Why don't you believe in legal marriages, but you believe in?
Because the laws aren't fair. And the laws and the data and the information says that.
That's true.
Like, it favors women 80% of the time. It would and I've had this discussion with my woman. She knows this. I told her this when I first met her. I'm not getting legally married. We can do a durable power of attorney, a living will, everything that I can get as a married person, or she can get as a married person, I can do without all that, without legally marrying you. Everything. So no, I'm not doing it. I don't need to do it. So we can jump the broom. And I think to me, that's even more of a commitment, because now it's not, I'm staying because it's cheaper to keep her. No, I'm here because I want to be here. Because I can leave and I have literally nothing holding me back. Now, I don't knock legal marriage for other people. I'm just not doing it.
Damn, boy, you said a mouthful there.
Yeah, facts.
Because, he really true. Like, everything.
They taught us
everything. Everything. Name change, all of that can be done. $50 for the name change or whatever.
Yeah,
can be
everything
done
that you
without.
And I'm not trying to discourage anybody from getting married. That's not what I'm doing. But when you ask me,
you did it.
Right. When you ask me why I'm not doing it, because the law simply is not fair. And it's easy to say what you won't do when you happy.
Exactly.
It's easy to say what you won't do when you happy. And me and my girl have had this discussion. And then people be trying to come, this and this and this and that. That's fine. You can think what you want to think, because we happier than most married people. So that's why I don't trip.
You can change your last name without a marriage certificate?
Yeah, legally. Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool.
You can do everything you can do.
Even on Social Security, like for everything, you can change on everything.
You can do everything. Cool. Everything you can do. You don't need a marriage license to do it.
Isn't that a bit much? Like, just because you don't want to be married, you want to go through all that, because it's not that easy to change your life. It's not that easy to change your name, honestly.
It's very easy. It's very
It
easy.
is. It is now.
Yes, it is.
You have to have an actual reason why you want to change your last name.
I identify as her husband. That'll do it. That's all you gotta do.
I can
tell y'all all how to change our name.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it definitely makes a lot of sense what CJ is saying, though. I mean, also the whole idea that, like, okay, this woman knows that the law is not going to be on her side, yet she's still going to stick with me. If I'm just telling her, okay, we're just going to jump a broom, we're just going to, legally change our last names, we're just going to do this, X, Y, Z, left and right, and she still decides to stay with me through all of that, I'm not leaving her. No way in hell I'm going to leave her. Like, it wouldn't even make sense. Like, there's no other chick that's going to like me as much as she does, that she's going to stay with me through everything else that's not going to be on her side. And at that point, I'm going to do everything I can to protect her.
Mm-hmm.
Clement, you'd be surprised though, bro. Listen, you having a job puts you league above other men. You just having a job. This woman out here that's literally laid up and got babies with men who have absolutely nothing. And I mean nothing, bro. So you having a job, and you chasing a bag. A woman is the least of your worries, bro. The least of your problem. Getting one anyway. You dig what I'm saying? Like I said, man, you good. You more than good. And you ain't straight. So, I mean, yeah, you straight.
Yeah, I'm good. But, like, I don't know. That's actually, you made a very good point behind this. Like, I was always very big, like, on marriage. But,
oh God.
Yeah, that's you better think about that, Caprice.
No, I don't want to.
Are you religious?
I think your situation's great, CJ. Like I feel like if you can get all the benefits, the legal benefits, I think your route isn't hurting anything. I think you have a will set up, so if something were to happen to you, I'm assuming that Dee Dee will be fine.
Yeah, I got a living will, durable power of attorney. So if anything happens to me and I'm unable to make choices for myself, she has that legal representation that says I can make choices on CJ Kyle's behalf. Mm-hmm. That's all she needs. And again, I'm not trying to discourage, I'm not trying to crap on legal marriage, but I work hard. I work hard.
So why not get married and then you have a prenup? And John, you say that you don't believe in prenup, but you agree with.
Exactly. You hit it right on the head, Clement. You're right. Prenup, and you got to prove that you didn't make her sign it under duress.
Under duress, correct.
Well, that's why you have a notary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most people don't do it the right way.
Do it right.
Most people don't. But why do that when I don't have to? Like, if I don't have to, I do it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Nah, I was just joking. I wouldn't do that shit. I'm getting married if I ever get married.
Oh,
This is definitely something to think about. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's definitely something to think about.
But he did. I can't take the point away. The point that, man, if it's some young motherfuckers that ain't listening to this nail on the fence, them niggas just crossed over. We are not getting married. Fuck this.
And I'm gonna be honest.
Watch that podcast again because he told the truth.
I would not advise any young man.
Room and that's it. That's it.
I would not advise any young man under 16 in this generation to get married. Absolutely not. Under 16 and up, coming up, I would not advise them to get married under no circumstances.
One, you don't know what you marry for real, and then two,
women have messed it up.
They are not built. They ain't built to be nobody's wife, bro. They just not wife material no more.
Well, you mean legally, right?
No, I mean wife material, jumping a broom or and otherwise. That's what I mean. They just not wife material.
Well, some of us don't mess it up. Don't mess it up for all of us, John.
No, I believe this is a Western world problem. I don't believe that. I do agree with you, CJ. I say 35, but I say under 35. However, my husband is not. But we will be telling our sons that. But I believe that like in the Western world because people are so different in other countries.
I agree. I agree.
That sounds
funny. You have examples of people who don't get married but have successful relationships. Look at Kurt Russell and his woman. They've been together 30 years, not married. What can you tell them about their relationship?
I don't know them personally.
You know what I'm saying? They act.
Kurt Russell.
They act.
Yeah,
Look at Oprah.
Oh, Japrice is young.
She ain't married. Stedman ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
And
So, I mean,
he's stuck to a damn billionaire. I bet he ain't going nowhere.
yeah, man. I guess. If y'all want to do that, go ahead. Fellas, you know, young men, I don't do it. I wouldn't advise it. 16 and under, whoo, y'all gonna have it rough. Y'all gonna need, it's hard to tell who even women are. Shit, fuck that.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said you don't even know who you marry.
Then 16-year-old girls talking about he got to make 100,000. Nigga, please. I wish I would if I was 16. No way. No way. No. Get your money. And if she can't agree to your terms, somebody else will. You'll be all right.
All right. Closing comments. Everything we've heard, everything we talk about, you guys want to tackle a specific point, say anything else before we close out the panel?
Do the best
forgot what
job
John-
you can picking. Oh yeah. What you want to know?
Oh, I was just trying to figure out what your face was. You're like deep thought.
Oh, that was actually a cigarette smoke, to be honest with you. It was burning my eyes. I was trying not to, you know.
All right. Dope. Guys, this has been an amazing panel. Everyone, do yourselves a quick shout out. We got John.
All right, you can find me at Black Wall Street Trading LLC, and you can hit me up at behavioral _ consultant on IG.
You got CJ.
What's good, everybody? Go check me out on the High Value Nurse YouTube page. Go check out our traveling vlog page, the Traveling Heartbeats, with my Jump the Broom wife, Dee Dee. And yeah, man, just go check us out, and we're having a great time and loving life. And shout out to Maine Levy. They made a good point. POA, beneficiary, conservatorship, guardianship, and these days can give you the same power as marriage. Yes, it can. But go ahead.
Oh, it's me. I didn't know. Hi, my name is Danielle. You can find me on Instagram at Fly Nurse Mom Wife, and here on YouTube at My Sister's Keeper. And thank you for having me tonight.
Of course, always. We got Chris.
Okay, thanks for having me. I guess my final thought would be to weigh benefits and costs very, very heavily and strategize, because what works for you may not work for somebody else. Everyone's different. But with that being said, you can find me here on YouTube at The Blooming Ebony, and also on Instagram at The Blooming Ebony. And I hope all of you have a wonderful night. Happy blooming.
Awesome. Thank you all for coming in, stopping by.
Nuh-uh, we did not cheer for her.
You're right. That's not me. I'm off today, as you can see. Today's not my best day, but thank you all again for stopping by, having this conversation with us. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And yeah, I guess
that beer looking good, man.
Oh, you see this? You see this whole thing?
Yeah, man. I see you over there trying. You got some soul glow in it. It's popping right now. I dig it.
You got it. I got my little electric brush too.
I gotta get one of those.
Electric brush.
Yeah.
It's
Like a hot
comb.
It's like a hot comb. Yeah, exactly. Precisely. Exactly. It's
I was gonna say like a blow dryer, yeah. But
Oh.
they said before me.
Soul glow, electric brushes.
There's a lot that goes to it. But hey, to anyone that's still watching, thank you again. And you have a good night.
If we're doing everything right, I think we should be vetting our wives, like go to their parents, go to their fathers.
They know they shouldn't have let me start speaking my mind in the booth. Start speaking the truth. Might get
I think you're just saying, okay, actions have consequences, and I'm not going to support this person's actions. Like, you don't have to cancel them and say, like, I hate you.
Innocent lives have to die.
But the whole thing is men are I also. That man was on the other side doing the exact same thing, and his decision with his eyes was to walk away.
Inside your soul.
Now we can paint the perfect picture without belittling each other. Cause under God's system,
we are equipped to handle that responsibility. But not every man is fit to handle that responsibility.
I done seen Flip, Michigan,
and it's just being
cities. They pissing in project buildings that got a roof that leaks, resulting in missing ceilings. Hard to sleep. Children going to schools dealing issues deep.
So I think society does make it more difficult for short men, but I don't think that it's impossible that they can find someone.
And expecting you to do your part. It ain't hard to see they trying to keep black in the back, just like Rosa Parks. Cops shooting blacks as if they get a token from God. School rob you with needed resources.
Is the weaker vessel and the more vulnerable.
Absolutely, 100%.
You don't look at the man like, oh, poor son, you were violated. No, you like, right.
And nobody shift my stick like some cars. And when you're lonely in your darkest thoughts come, I know it's hard, but God shines his light on all I play their part. And it's the start.
Put myself in a situation where I can only rely on a man. Like if I'm married and being a stay-at-home mom, I need to have a backup in case anything happens. I can't only rely on him. You know what I'm saying?
A flower will grow once you plant the seed inside your soul.
I'm a poet, and the best part of me shows it. Here to speak the message, what is known, but not what it takes to expose it. Listen close.